Yeah. Hello, welcome again, Christian Skittles channel. This is Gates. I'm introducing him for the first time. He's going to share his story a little bit, so I'm going to be asking questions. This is pretty random. He doesn't even know what I'm going to be asking, so he's going to find out as this is going on. And we're going to be setting up. You remember the last time I was setting up the grip tape. So this time I'll be setting up the tracks, and I'll be giving him my former board, which I love so much. So wide, nice 8.25, and I'll be giving to him, and he'll be giving his to someone else. Okay, so Bwana Gets.
Sir.
When I met you, when we first met,
Yeah.
Mr. Philosophy. One thing, let me tell you, one thing I loved about Gates is he's really smart, to be honest. I was always fascinated with just how smart he was, philosophy-wise. If it's any topics, whatever debates would have, Gates would always have his answers. But there was something also interesting about him. So I'll let him continue from there. So Gates.
Yeah.
Apart from being very smart and being a philosopher, yes, philosophical, what else was going on at that time?
I can say I have got some information throughout time. I've been reading books, but at the time I can say the one issue that I was in or I was doing is denial of the deity of God. And I didn't acknowledge his presence in my life, in everyday life. But later on I had some experiences in life, and just like Saul of Tarsus on his way to Damascus
To execute the Christians.
well, I wasn't going to execute anyone, but I was in a similar path, and I decided to turn and give my life to God, and it's been close to 3 years now. I remember when that happened, you're among the first people I shared it with. And we had meetups and we talked, and yeah, I've just been building on that, reading scripture and knowing God at a personal and intimate level. And I think that was what I was lacking. I didn't have that intimate relationship. But now when I've been on that path, like I mentioned, turning my life around, I've had that personal and intimate relationship with God, and I feel that all throughout time I had blessings that came from God. And sadly, and this is something that happens with so many people, the very blessings that we get from God are what turns us. The very blessings are what turns us against God. Most of the time we turn our backs against God. Some of us, we even go back to Egypt without consulting him, you know.
Yeah.
And it's a tragedy, but I think his love, mercy, kindness and grace. It really preserves all of us. Those who acknowledge Him, those who don't, acknowledge Him. Yeah, that's the one thing that preserves us. Yeah, and acknowledging God, I think it's one of the most, important things. I feel one of the things that makes God happy is to really acknowledge God in your presence. To not do that, to turn your back against God, even at the face of everything, at the face of His blessings, you being alive in complete form, no injuries, you're healthy. I can say it's an apostasy, personally, not acknowledging God.
Yeah, so it's as he shared, basically, he was an atheist. And a pretty strong one for that. And I think, I don't know if I ever told you this, but yeah, that time I think it was you and Eileen. And you are two people who were very close to me at that time.
Right.
But also you are two people who were just not feeling this Christianity business. And I think I feel like this is more like a rebuke for me, but even as I was having discussions or gospel centered discussions and kind of trying to evangelize to you and her, and in a way that I think you are the two people I least expected.
God works in mysterious ways.
That's the thing. You're the two people I least expected to actually come to the faith, and I feel like it was, and the beauty about it is, in my disbelief or unbelief, it really catapulted my faith to a whole new level, and it actually fired me up. I was like, wow, like God, you really are working in this. And I think your stories, mostly yours, is one of those that really kept me just still hopeful about even the Christian skaters movement, even with all its issues and all I was going through as well, because I was going through some difficult times. Personal. I mean, and the thing with being a Christian is you're not exempted from suffering. If anything, character development.
You're at the front line of it.
Exactly, you're actually on the forefront of suffering, and it's God just uses various means. And for me, I feel like your story and just seeing you come to faith was one of those things that God really used to just catapult my faith and just make sure that I just affirm me and assure me, So how did you come to the faith though? Into the fold. How did that happen?
So it was in
It was
in 2020. Precisely on the August 7th of August 2020.
Wait, it was in 2020?
Correct.
So August 7th.
August 7th. That's when I gave my life back, or rededicated myself. And
I don't think it's even rededication. Bro, yours is 360 degrees.
If you say 360, you'll be back to the same spot.
Okay.
It's a complete 180.
A complete 180, yes. Okay, complete 180. Okay, complete 180.
So it was in 2020, COVID, pandemic and everything. I had lost my job. I was kicked out from where I was living.
Wow.
And
sad, bro.
I was on a really, really low moment. And I didn't have anyone to reach out who could possibly address what I was going through. It wasn't solely the financial problem of it. It was something that I felt I needed to have. I couldn't get it from
the world.
My friends. I couldn't get it from the world. And even those people who I was close with. So I sought something, and I remember I was going to sleep that night, and I was at a pretty low point, and I just thought, hey, why don't I try this God thing? You see,
See how it works out.
yeah, let me
Test the waters.
yeah, let me test the water. Well, if he's really up there, then he'll definitely give me an answer. Not that I was taunting, but you have to understand this. I was at a completely low point. I needed an answer, I needed an understanding, and I needed a deliverance. So I sought divine intervention or divine help, and I just asked God, you know, I'm at a really low point. I don't even need to explain that. Probably been seeing it, and just help me. And I remember I went to sleep, a broken person, but I woke up very strong, and I was so renewed, and I felt like, you know, the way you give a fresh coat of paint to a wall, that was how I felt. And I remember I shared with you that experience. It was a kind of a spiritual experience.
Yeah.
I remember the moment I fell asleep, I felt...
Keep going on. I just need to make sure that the lighting is not too bad. Or actually just the sun.
natural light.
Natural light has left the chat room.
I still have some on the horizon.
Okay, yeah, we do. So, okay, that will do. There we go, people. Hi, go on.
So, you remember I told you this, and we're taking a bus home, and we stopped at our usual place, Smooth Road, and I explained to you the encounter that I had. And that night, I felt a bodily attack of things I can't possibly describe. Forces were trying to tear me apart, and it was an instant attack. The moment I slept, it was an instant attack, a physical attack, bodily pain, and at that moment, I instinctively felt that here's your chance to pray, to ask God to help you out of this. So it was a kind of how do I put it?
You're not given much of a choice.
Yeah, and it's like my life being laid out. Are you going to take this and this be your everyday life? This fighting, this tormenting? Is this what you want in your life, or you know?
Do you want to take
the light? Do you want
freedom?
Peace and the freedom and the. And I remember it was in my dream, and I prayed, and at a second, everything just stopped. And
so you prayed?
I prayed, correct. And it was the first time I don't know when.
That you had peace?
That I had peace. And from then on, I realized, you know, really this is it. He exists, and welcome him into my life and just give it all to him. And yeah, and I remember I was telling you after that the importance of prayer. You're going to sleep. I don't know if it hit you.
It did. Yeah, it did.
But I remember I was telling you, you know, we go to sleep physically and get into bed, but after we sleep, our physical bodies are no longer active. So it's our
the subconscious
and our spirit and our soul. So we should always pray for protection, not only from physical harm, but just to cover our souls and spirits after we sleep, because that's the one time when we are at our weakest, right? And so if we don't pray for God to take over at that time, then it's that time when there's so many forces going around. So if you don't pray and give yourself to God at that time, and from then on, I've just been taking a step at a time, growing in faith, reading my Bible.
Interesting. Yeah, actually,
I don't think it's going to stop anytime soon. one
Okay,
great
sounds good.
turning point in my life. You know, funny, it was August 7th. Now, if you like, read your Bible and you just encounter the number 7 and you just come to realize how
Told you this guy is smart. He's about to drop.
how significant the number 7 is. And in the Bible we say the number 7 is the number of God.
Yes.
And in the 7th
Spirit.
day, the Spirit of God. Even the creation story, and on the 7th day, And there's also a mention in the Bible where there was a sick person who was told to wash himself in the pool. A number, how many times?
7 times.
Right.
There's Elijah and there was Elisha, and so I think they told was it the rich guy? I'll drop the verse just below here.
Yeah.
So the guy was sent. I think he was a rich man, and he was told to dip himself 7 times. Continue.
Yeah. And I think it was like 2 days ago. I was reading on remember Lazarus and the rich guy, and I think I should probably just say this, and it's how important this is that hell is so close to us.
Preach, brother.
Funny that you remember when the rich guy died, where did he go?
Into hell.
Into hell.
Directly into hell.
There wasn't any transition. I know some people, I won't mention, but some people here out there say, die, you go to purgatory. It's like a transitional phase where you can convert and probably out of prayers or people getting you from earth, get another chance to go to heaven. But no, the Bible clearly says in the story of the rich man and Lazarus, when Lazarus died, he went to the bosom of Abraham. Now you have to realize the bosom of Abraham, this is it has a Jewish connotation in the sense the Jews really saw Abraham as that huge figure. In the Jewish faith, Abraham being the first,
the father of
all faiths, and being taken into the bosom of Abraham meant the one epitome thing. The epitome level of, transition once you die. Okay.
Yeah.
And the rich man tells, sees Lazarus, Abraham, and tells him, hey, is there any way I can send a message, warn my brothers, just to, turn their life around,
so they don't end up in the same place I am.
They don't get where I am, but or can you just even a drop of water
on my tongue to quench,
just quench and cool it? But there's nothing after you die. The only 2 ways, and it got me thinking how I can say we are 5 minutes away from hell any given point, because they say if you deprive the brain of oxygen for just 4 minutes, you're clinically dead. So I'm just using the 4 plus 1, the 5 minutes, and this is to tell you that every time you wake up or you go to sleep, the one thing as a Christian you must come to terms with is that you will die, but where you headed?
Or will you spend your eternity?
Where will you spend your eternity at? Is it going to be hell? Would you like to go to hell and experience an eternity of torment, or would you like to go to the bosom of Abraham? Because we know when Lazarus died, there were angels who actually took him and welcomed him into heaven. But in the earthly life, he lived a measly life. He ate off
the king's leftovers under the table.
Yeah. I think this one thing I'd like to say to people, if you're well off, God has blessed you and you're at a certain point in life, the one thing you should never do is to insult poor people. Because when you do so, it's like you're trying to take a knife, it's like you're trying to stab God, because the meek, those who lack, they're truly at the heart of God.
Yeah.
Get me?
Yeah.
So the one thing you should always do if you have some, and this thing of, hey, I want to help the poor, but I'll give them my worst clothes, clothes you ripped off, and that's the same thing as giving them leftovers
from the
that which belongs to the guy. The garbage can is supposed to be thrown out to good people. You have torn clothes, worn out clothes, and that's what you intend to give them.
Yeah.
That's like an insult.
And even just to add something, don't forget your points, please. On that, what we forget is when you become a believer, you actually have their eternal rewards for us, that for everything we do here, we will be repaid for in heaven. So there are those who will be given more crowns than others, and those will be given less crowns. But it will be a perfect world. We'll all be happy. The one who has little will be happy for the one who has much. The one who has much will be happy for the one who has little. Right,
correct. And like I was saying, looking down upon those who lack, mistreating them while you're in power, or when you have it and you're wealthy, it's not a good thing. And I'm not saying it's wrong or it's a sin to be wealthy. Hey,
yeah.
Abraham was wealthy.
Yeah, and God gives. He's the one of all.
Yeah, God gave him. But the Bible still says it's going to be hard. It's easier for a camel to get through the middle of a night than it is for a rich man to
enter heaven.
And that's just to say,
yeah,
all of these are material things. They belong to us. They're here, but you should always aspire to have the rewards that last an eternity.
Yeah, and you've heard it from the man himself, and that's like 2 years ago, right?
Correct.
Yeah, and I think because most people convert or seem to have converted, and some people don't produce fruit, but I think for me it continues to amaze me that you're continuing to grow in your faith, to produce. No, it's okay. Nino? Sweater? Oh, okay, sir. Sure. Alright, the guys on the rail. It's okay, we'll improvise. No worries. We'll just sit on our boats now. Hey, Manze. Manu himself.
You have to adjust the camera.
Yeah, no, I have to. Okay.
That's okay.
Let me lower it just a bit. Raw and edited.
That's okay.
Okay. Oh yeah. Even better, and I can see everything, and it's a better angle, better view. Yeah. So yeah, continue. You were saying.
Yeah. So no, it was actually you doing experience.
Oh yes.
Recap.
So yeah, it's interesting that what I was saying is most people come, get to the faith, they seem to have understood the gospel, and they stagnate, they don't grow, and they don't bear fruits. But most of us think by the grace of God, He just enables us to grow, and He provides. See, when you become a believer, God gives you everything you need pertaining the Christian walk and all the tools necessary. And so it's upon us to make sure that we utilize those tools that Jesus has given unto us. So in short, what I was saying was I'm so happy that Gates has really grown. You remember, this is me coming from where
You should have done a video before.
I wish, man.
But here we are, here we are.
Yeah, here we are. Yeah, but I think I have still so many videos of him baskating though. I don't have such, but at least you guys get to hear this story here. But yeah, I mean it's it does something to your faith to just see God work in such ways.
Powerful and amazing.
Powerful and amazing. So as we were doing that, I was able to this was a beauty. This was a beauty. No, I'm not sad. You deserve it.
I'll take care of her.
Please do. You better take care of her. Still has a good pop.
Thank you, man. And I'm still going to give it to someone else what I have.
Yeah.
Someone else who is also in need.
And I'm thinking it will work better. You know, it's actually not as bad as you are. It's actually really good.
Probably it's even, but I just felt I needed to have some slight adjustment, change.
Yeah, and wider.
And probably more wider.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think this will actually fit what I wanted.
Yeah.
And God bless.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Yep, helping the brother out.
Thank you, man. Thank
Yeah. Oh, let me show you my. Now I have to squat a bit. So my CSA board. So thank you, Christian Skaters Africa. Thank you, Chris, for this. I'll send you this link to make sure that you see this video. And I'm so excited. Let's Sadie, I have your signature here, brother. We met in South Africa. Another amazing brother there. So yeah, we'll call it wraps at that. And
8.25.
8.25. This is also an 8.25. I think that's my.
Yeah.
This might be a bit bigger though. I think.
Probably.
No, I think it's an 8.25. It's just that it's not as new. But this one is an 8. No, this is an 8.125.
Oh, so you're downgrading from 8.25.
Wait, it doesn't. It's this is at 8.25 as well. It's just that it's the grip tape and it looks.
It looks a bit. Oh yeah.
It is the same size, right?
Same size.
Yeah, it's an 8.25, so it just looks that because it's newer. This one has eaten life, quote unquote. So yeah, thank you guys for that. I'll do a small ending video of me riding the bike, and stay tuned next week. More content. Praying that you stick with us, and until then, see you next time. Bye bye. Okay.